4 men have officially pleaded guilty to a $550 million USAID scam. And Democrats pretended like Elon Musk's exposure of the agency was a conspiracy theory.
Well, 4 people are pleading guilty, all part of a $500 million bribery scandal involving USAID. Mike Emanuel has the story from Washington.
Bill, good morning. The scheme involving cash, NBA tickets, and a country club wedding, according to the Justice Department.
Wait, so are you telling me the thing that was obviously happening was actually obviously happening, that they're pleading guilty? I can't believe it. Oh, my God. Who could have guessed?
USAID official Robert Watson sold his influence starting back in 2013. Contractors Walter Barnes and Daryl Britt funneled payoffs through subcontractor Paul Young to hide their tracks. It doesn't end there. Barnes's company, working in conjunction with another firm, kept receiving federal funds. $5,000 for human resources consulting late last year.
HR consulting. The root of all evil.
And then later, after suing the government, a contract worth up to $800 million.
Wait, so this guy sued the government while he was scamming them?
Matthew R. Galliotti, head of the Justice Department's criminal division,
Who is this guy?
saying, quote, their scheme violated the public trust by corrupting the federal government's procurement process. Anybody who cares about good and effective government should be concerned about the waste, fraud, and abuse in government agencies, including USAID. Cutting waste, fraud, and abuse has been a big focus on Capitol Hill across government.
See, I want to see these people go to jail, right? That's where I'm at. Is that until I see these people behind bars, it's not real to me. This has been a big complaint that I've had from the beginning. Is that, you know, like the first time that Trump was elected, Hillary Clinton didn't go to jail. They didn't even try to put her in jail. Well, that was upsetting to me, because he said he was going to do it and it didn't happen. And so, like, basically what I wanted is I wanted Trump to get into office and Elon Musk to help him to figure out where all the roaches are and to snip every single one of them. That was what I wanted.
A major priority.
And by the way, I think that's what everybody that voted for him wanted.
For House Speaker Mike Johnson, the U.S. Agency for International Development has been a target for those looking to trim government spending, with some suggesting the agency funneled taxpayer dollars into ideological projects.
What do you think the probability on that is? I'd say it's at about a 99%.
I mean, USAID blew it. They showed themselves to be completely irresponsible. It needs to be redone, and the funds need to be directed properly.
100.
Back to the scheme, the Justice Department says this kind of fraud erodes public trust.
It absolutely does. And this is why people don't like paying taxes. Like, beyond just, like, obviously they're taking your money, but whenever they find out that their money is being funneled away to a bunch of, like, pieces of shit, it makes them even more resentful.
Bill?
Wild story, Mike. $500 million. Remarkable.
Wow.
Mike Emanuel, live in D.C. for us. Thank you, Mike.
Until they go to jail, bro. Until they go to jail. I'm so excited about this. I am so excited. But I want to see these people go to jail. That's it. And since scams this country itself, private company could be considered treason. Listen, my viewpoint is to charge people like this with the most extreme thing that you possibly can. Now, obviously, what is that thing? I don't necessarily know what it is, but whatever it is, it should absolutely happen. And so, yeah.
A USAID official and 3 corporate executives pleaded guilty in a bribery scheme that went on for more than a decade. It involved 14 prime contracts worth more than $550 million in U.S. taxpayer funds that were improperly awarded through manipulated process at the federally funded organization.
Crazy.
57-year-old Roderick Watson of Woodstock, Maryland, a USAID contracting officer, pleaded guilty to bribery of a public official. He faces 15 years in prison.
That's a good start.
Watson spoke with an investment company facilitating a $14 million loan for a business from which Barnes paid himself a $10 million dividend.
Wait, so he got a $15 million loan and he paid himself out $10 million? See, this is what I said. All you need to do is just pull these people's tax returns and all of this stuff immediately makes sense. Really, it all immediately comes together. He took 66%? Yeah,
Exchange, Watson was showered with lavish...
How did it not get caught before? Because the reason why I think that it wasn't caught before is that there was a quid pro quo that was happening in the government that a lot of people were that a lot of people were benefiting from. And because so many people were benefiting from it, nobody wanted to rock the boat. And anybody who tried might have gotten ostracized or pushed out.
Bribes and gifts, including cash payments of more than
Basically,
$1 million, laptops and cell phones, tickets to an NBA game suite, a country club wedding paid for by the conspirators, down payments on 2 new homes, and jobs for relatives. 46-year-old Walter Barnes of Potomac, Maryland, owner and president of Vistant, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bribery of a public official and security fraud. He's facing 20 years in prison. 64-year-old Darrell Britt of Florida pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bribery of a public official.
Jesus.
He faces 5 years for each count.
Each count.
62-year-old Paul Young from Columbia, Maryland, pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit bribery of a public official. He faces up to 5 years for each count. Both companies admitted to engaging in a conspiracy to bribe Watson and commit securities fraud. They facilitated...
This is treason. It should be treated as much. No, they're not doing it with another country. We can't charge people for things that they're not guilty of. I wish we could, but we can't do that.
Payments and benefits to Watson to secure contracts.
Yep, there you go. And I'm really glad to see this happen. I think this is if this had happened a month ago, that would have been ideal. Back when Elon Musk was still in the government. Because when Doge was there, I think that a lot of people's complaints and frustration was that a lot of these posts and things that they were saying, oh, we found all this fraudulent money, we found all this stuff. This is after I fight to end wasteful foreign aid. Your tax dollars shouldn't fund corruption. I bet corruption is one of the better things that it funds. I bet this is the tip of the iceberg. I bet this isn't even the tip of the iceberg. I bet this is the seagull sitting on the tip of the iceberg. I bet there's probably fucking millions of fucking dollars, billions of dollars that this is going through, and that's what it is. Yeah, the law takes ages. People forget that. Who decided that the law takes ages? Oh, a bunch of lawyers who it's in their best interest for it to take ages? That sounds like a bunch of bullshit to me. Why is that the case? Again, don't let people construct a bureaucratic apparatus and then fall into the trap of playing into it. There's no reason that you should play into their bureaucratic apparatus. It's bullshit. So don't ever do that. Don't get hoodwinked. Don't get taken advantage of.